I think that the major threat is that younger people tend to rationalize AI as a kind of God. And this is, I think, very, very dangerous.
A year ago, I sat down with a professor of my current university here in Athens, in Zographou, to ask him about artificial intelligence and what we can learn from the past. And since that interview with Professor Georgios Steiris, every single thing he has said has come true. He didn't predict it, he diagnosed it. And today, teenagers report that speaking to a chatbot is more satisfying than speaking to a close friend. And humanities departments on both sides of the Atlantic are being gutted. And the robots that Homer spoke about 3,000 years ago are now being rolled off assembly lines in China.
In terms of philosophy, the questions are the same. And in fact, we discussed today and we try to answer the same questions that Socrates or Plato discussed with their students 2,500 years before. And the main contribution of Greek philosophy is its humanistic approach. So, since today we attempt to discuss artificial intelligence in terms of humanity, the framework is the same, I think, the lecture framework. So we can learn a lot of things and we can get a lot of new insights about new technologies from the way the ancient Greeks discussed the same issues. The relationship between humans and robots, or automata, may I say, should be discussed in the same framework that the ancient Greeks discussed the relationship between humans.
The Senate is holding a hearing on artificial intelligence. One of the witnesses, the vice president of Hewlett-Packard Labs, told senators about how the company is already using AI.
To put exascale into context, the human brain can perform about one simple mathematical operation per second. An exascale computer can do at least 1 quintillion, which is 1 billion times a billion, calculations in the same amount of time.
Aristotle imagined that machines would free humans to think, to improve their lives. Well, we got the machines. Whether we're using the freedom, that's a different question.
Aristotle discusses automata, and he has in his politics, may I say, strange, according to the ancient view, that it would be very nice for humans to have automata, robots, to do the jobs. And free citizens have the time, the necessary time, to use their time in order to get educated, discuss about politics, should cultivate themselves. If artificial intelligence could do a lot of things that we do today, we will have more time to cultivate ourselves and participate in politics, something which is very crucial for eudaimonia, for happiness, according to the ancient Greeks. I think that the main problem is that today we humans think that AI is something like a god. We pose questions to AI, and the vast majority of people think that AI, the answers AI gives to us are correct. I think that the major threat is that younger people tend to rationalize AI as a kind of god. And this is, I think, very, very dangerous. Sometimes I think that even small children tend to discuss with AI and replace human relations with friends or relatives with AI machines. I think that if humans pass more time discussing with AI machines and not with other humans, that will, of course, will change the way we are and the way we interact with with humans and the world around us.
Now, a new technology has quietly entered the homes of millions. AI chatbots.
Give her a bunch of the text that you've written and she can help you edit it and make it better. So we've been creating something that we call AI Studio, and it is a platform for building these kind of AIs.
In Homer's Iliad, you can find there some stories about intelligent machines, of course made by God. And the ancient Greeks were worried about the consequences of having intelligent machines in society. And Homer continuously said that besides their technical abilities, those machines should have prudence. Prudence for some very important. Machines should have prudence in order to be effective in their interaction with humans. I think that in all major universities all over the world, AI is something very important, and the interaction between AI and philosophy is something that flourishes today. New courses are taught, new research is ongoing, and of course that will give an opportunity to philosophy to thrive in the 21st century. In ancient Greek mythology, there are a lot of myths about the interaction between human and machines, and the insights you can find there would be very useful for our society today, because we can get some good ideas from the ancient Greek myths about the interaction between humans and intelligent machines.
How do we make sure that these machines are in line with human incentive? What is good for us?
That's a big challenge, because so far the AI machines could not understand the rules of the world. The rules we apply in our everyday life, we don't have a specific manual of how we interact in our everyday life. And the virtues that are necessary to have in order to communicate between each other. If you want to have cars without drivers, the algorithm is an algorithm that should be creating values and virtues in order to be effective in everyday life.
And we're starting by opening up the API for integrating into our messaging apps to start. And that's going to open in the coming weeks. We are also building a sandbox so that people who don't code can also train AIs like this.
We built the machines that Aristotle dreamed of, and we forgot to build the people, the humans, that can live and coexist alongside them. Prudence. That's what's missing today, and no one is funding it.